Hey everyone, I'm Tassinix, and I've recently just made some significant changes to my UI, so I'm delighted to see that my microphone is on. Let me go ahead and unmute myself on Discord, because it's a special occasion, or, as special as it can be with as frequently as I get Aurodiums. Because yeah, here we are, brand new 5 vs 5 season, matched up with another Aurodium opponent, so really nothing to see here on my end. Thankfully, once more, a patron has stepped into the fore. It is Zoltre, once again. I had a few patrons offer to step up, and a couple of them ended up having schedule conflicts. So I want to keep getting new names showing up here when I can, but some of them had to back out, and Zoltre maintained. So, I think this is his second time on here in as many weeks, but it is a pleasure to have him back. Zoltre, how are you?
Doing good. Looking forward to actually seeing some results of the match this time. So
fantastic.
We had the banner bag last time when we did this, so this will be bug-free. Cross your fingers.
That's the goal. That is the goal. Folks in the chat, please let me know how the audio quality sounds. Actually, so much cleaner as well. Yeah, you know what I noticed is I didn't like how quickly the text ran away from me, Womprat. I'm going to change that right now before I get too far into this. So message. Five, I guess. Timeout. What did you set the time? 5? Oh, right, but it doesn't matter if it still shows the last 5 messages. Save, copy URL, come back here, change. Again, big shout out to Lost Womprat for helping me hook all this up. Okay, so the text is perfect for reading. Yes, good. Guys, this is beautiful. So we've got text fine. Now I can kind of look at just at OBS if this all works correctly. I don't have to literally read every interesting thing that you guys type and then respond to it. The future is now. How you like it, Zoltre?
Looks good.
All right. Well, again, thank you for being here. Let me go ahead and pull up your view on Discord. I actually do have stuff from earlier, so I can go ahead do the rundown for you here.
Rundown stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate you sending me all this. Okay, here we go. Wow, it's a good matchup, too. Rank 45 fighting rank 46, and he's fighting RMC of Maw Chromium, my alliance mate. Excellent account. All right, 13.5 million to 14.5. Top 80 GP 3.00 to 3.13. There's a big, it's not that big. What is? Zetas 325 to 391. GAC Omicrons 65 to 73. Top 80 average speed 138 to 163. Yikes. On analysis plus 25 speed 78 301. 20 to 24s 198 to 471. Plus 20s 276 to 772. Plus 4% offense mods. Zoltre with 118 to his 219. And plus 6%, 26 to 82. Oh, yeah, I'll pull that up. Great. Man, the future is now. Good stuff. Yeah, see, and when I'm looking at this, you guys can't see the text on screen. So, I don't know, maybe I think about I don't want to have a hard, dark background for that, because then it's going to not look good against the darkness of the game. Good stuff, though. No, I appreciate it. Thank you, Womprat. I'm glad you guys look good. Yeah, the sound is great. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, again, Womprat helped me completely overhaul how that's set up in my scene. So, yeah, the future is now. All right, so relic analysis. Total levels. Zoltre coming in with 1875 to RMC's 2081. Level relic 9s, it's 31 to 74. Relic 8s, 65 to 90. Relic 7s, 95 to 71. Datacron analysis. Zoltre with 322. RMC's 264. So this is the edge here in week 1 this season. Well, RMC's had plenty of time to build up this set. So I think he's got what he's got for now out of set 20.
I think he just was happy with how they roll and didn't feel the need to do it. And I just kept fine-tuning. That's kind of my strategy. Like, I like what I got, but I was just kind of filling in the last remaining ones and then trying to reroll higher stats here and there for an edge. So
absolutely. Makes sense. Okay, so yeah, level 9 Datacrons. Zoltre's got 57 to his 58. Very close. 6 to 8s, 1 to 1. And 3 to 5s, it's 2 to 0. All right, let's take a look and see what's scary about RMC's Galactic Legend. Things looking regular. Wow, that is a very high offense. I like this. This is what I want to do. If I could somehow have 13k offense, 240k health, and 500 speed. All right.
Yeah, I'm trying to stretch that way too, but I'm happy at 12 right now, 12.3. So
I can't do it. We all have our dreams. All right. All of this looks really standard, really good. 75 can. Wow, that is a really fast Malgus. Good. Okay. Oh,
nothing too crazy from what I was looking. Yeah.
Sorry, what's that you were saying?
I was just saying nothing too crazy as far as speeds, as far as like deviation from standard stuff that I was looking at earlier too.
Yeah, everything looks standard or maybe even a few points slower than what I'm used to seeing. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, the Ray is pretty nasty though. Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, Flair says that's a fast slacker. It is a pretty decently fast slacker. Faster than Zoltre's, yes. I'm often seeing 590, 595. I've seen and fought a couple over 600. So to me, 5.8 something is not the scariest I've seen. So it's okay. It's okay.
That's nuts.
Yeah. They're absolute just animals of people.
Not there yet, but maybe I'll get there.
You're a stone's throw away. You'll be here in a week. All right. Let's take a look at the Omega Bot report. So, Zoltre was kind enough to share this. This is based on last season. So, we're trying to infer a pattern from this. Is it possible to have it be dark? Well, dig this. I mean, when I put the game back up, for example, you'll be able to see the text just fine, right?
Yep.
But while I'm looking at this, I don't know that. I mean, I guess a solution while I'm doing that would be to have like a black carve-out background or something. But I don't know. Is it that important while I'm looking at this? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, RMC likes to attack. Sorry, what was that?
I was just saying, it's a brief snippet. Yeah, we can deal with a little white background for now, right?
It's a little annoying. I'm thinking about it, but it's definitely not the end of the world. All right. Attack times for RMC. He is a straight out of the gate type of guy. So very seldom does he go later than that. I think he's European, so this is in his evening time. He's just an eager beaver. He wants to get this behind him, wake up fresh, and not think about Grant Arena anymore. All right. RMC's got a bizarre amount of speed, as seen by this camel hump.
Yeah, you could just whoop.
Yeah, that's not even a camel hump. We'll just call that a pyramid. Let's call it what it is.
Let's call it a mountain, is what it looks like.
Yeah,
to my little hill, to his mountain.
Yeah, for fans of Nickelodeon's Guts, this is the Aggro Crag, yeah? Back in the day. All right. GC Omicron-wise, what makes a difference here? Well, he's got everything, and you're missing a few things, but nothing you're missing the Crosshair one, Darth Talon, Rose.
I didn't know how important the Crosshair one was going to be. I was kind of going to be a wait and see on that. I've got 3 saved up, but I'm waiting for Jocasta New to drop and see what I want to put there. So, kind of wait and see with that one.
Having 3 Omicrons in the bank, I think we're just about to get the second set of shards on Jocasta, right? So you'll have still one more conquest after this. But having those 3 full Omicrons saved up, in time for that, I think is completely wise. So if you're
they dropped the Zalbar one out of nowhere. So if I've got that extra one for something like that to happen again, that'd be great, so.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. So here's the thing, Shake. To look at this in dark mode, with dark mode on my... No, it's an HTML report. I think it's... I don't know that we can do that. I can ask... The man to ask is Megaliteros. He is the maker, the publisher of OmegaBot, the owner of OmegaBot. And Megaliteros is, he added this here. He's added so many cool things to this report over the years. Maybe dark mode isn't unreasonable, but it's also... As far as us showing this on stream, having this with white makes it, I think, a lot more visible. Having this dark moded, I don't know. Especially on mobile. Folks that like to watch this on mobile, that would be damn near illegible, I think.
You could alter the text tones at that point too, so it'd be wave eligible.
Yeah, that's a bunch of work to make Twitch chat show up proper. All right, so last season we can see that most of his attacks were 65 and 64, but we can see a significant number. What do we got here? You could technically, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drops over the course of a season, so it looks like maybe a lot, but it's not. Pretty clean work. All right. Let's take a look at the type of defense RMC was setting. So again, we had set 18 here last time. That has expired.
You still had the Baylan cron.
Yes.
And this list was...
And this is when things were at a fever pitch with moving the Baylan cron around to your great mothers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So the meta is different. But again, we're looking at this to get a sense of the proportion, the strength of defense that he likes to set. And if we plan for something like that, we'll probably be okay. So he set Jabba, Finn, Gas, Trench Wat, Qui-Gon, Traya, Saw Krex, Rey Swallow Exile Ezra, Ahsoka Tano, Great Mothers, Baylan, Slacker, Ahsoka with Exile Ezra sometimes, so it's only, part-time with her, though. Most of the time with Rey last season. Rey Swallow, which makes sense for this. And then, Iden, I guess. On defense, Executor, Leviathan, and Malevolence. Now, when I was looking at this stuff earlier with Zoltre, we saw that during the entirety of the last 3 vs. 3 season, he pretty much ran only Executor of the Metafleets on defense. He didn't have Leviathan for most of that time. So we think that's mainly the main change there. All right, defenses by zone, so we can see Jabba, Rey, Ahsoka, Great Mothers, and then Slacker most likely, something like that. All right, now we also see that he doesn't really change. If I kill the camera, you guys could see everything. Yes, I can.
Yeah, over the course of the week, he doesn't really alter his defense all that much.
Right.
Yeah.
And maybe he does scout, but to me, this is always suggestive of some guy who doesn't scout. This is a guy I've got my plan. I think if I set this way, it's going to set up these problems for you, and I'm just going to run it all week. It's not a bad way to go. It's just different. All right. Offense-wise, he was using Bane, JMK Cat, Leia, Reva, Seer, Malicos, Starkiller, Malgus, Afra, Queen Amidala, C, Boston, Gungans, Lord Vader, Maul, Slacker, BKM, Baylan, JML, sometimes Great Mothers even, and on and on. All right, Profundity, always. Endurance, just about always. And then Radis, because most of us are setting Malevolence, so it's a viable counter. And then a few other things sprinkled in between. Mostly clean, right? 1 drop, all last 5 vs. 5 on an with Endurance, no doubt against an Executor. Or Leviathan, I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on how you go the counter, but can you be either one?
Yeah. But 2 drops either way, because 1 against an Endurance, once again, using Endurance, and once using Executrix. And we can kind of infer from this that against Executor, probably the Endurance there. That's my guess. All right, anyway. Squads that he faced last season that he did drop on: Leia, Slacker, Traya, Lord Vader. This is a little more niche. Pops up from time to time. Rey Swallow Exile Ezra, Great Mothers, Saw Krex, and Gungans. Otherwise clean. All right. With all that said, let's go ahead and get Zoltre's feed up on screen. Now, up this out. I think that's already squared up. How's that look on screen? Looks good. Okay, we got you live on screen, Zoltre.
I'm ready to go.
All right. Well, if you want to introduce us to your defense and start telling us about the plan for attack.
Now, let me take and turn off some music here. All right. So far he's already attacked. It's cleared we'll just start down south. I placed Afra, BT1, Trip 0, and I wanted to see what HK-47 was going to do. I've really wanted him to do something with Magna Guard in there as a tank with a tank revive on the level 3. See if that would help keep her alive, but he took that out of one shot. Then there's this team that I know a lot of people are wanting to use to just nuke out Leia's and such. So I was like, I'm going to try Bam, Dash, Han Chewie, Sana. Got them all clocked just right with the Datacron. Got me 3 holds so far.
Beautiful work. Hey, by the way, before you continue, I'm going to start a quick prediction here, guys. Until he's done talking about, everything here before he starts his first attack, I'll run a prediction. But Zoltre, give us the odds. What do you want to say? You going to do 1 or less, 2 or more, 2 or less, 3 or more? What do you call it?
I want to do 1 or less, 2 or more.
All right. Threading it thin there. I like your style. 10 minutes, folks. Put in your points. Rare opportunity, because I usually don't let you guys vote before seeing the board, but go gangbusters. Whatever. All right, please continue, sir.
You still have a little bit of time. You only know 1 zone so far. But anyway, I put Jabba down with Mob Enforcer. Got a high tenacity on the Kron. It's about 100% with some offense and some protection on there. And then I do have the new Bad Batch squad down here. I don't have Batcher done yet, so I just threw the original Bad Batch Echo in here to try and throw out some days, kind of cause some chaos. Waiting, like I say, to see how Crosshair performs or how the defense team does to see if it warrants giving Crosshair his Omicron. Omega's is the more important one that I gave. I threw on the Hunter Kron, the only one I got on there. So that was the front zone. Then let's just go right back into the back zone from here. I put down SLKR on the back with Ray, Crew, Hux, and I put down Red with some offense and health on the Kron. And that got me 3 holds as well. I don't know what he threw at it, but I'll take it. He did one-shot my Ahsoka and Ray comps. I did a split. I put Ezra up here. I threw in base to try and counter off any Magma Trooper guys out there. And just the crit avoidance level 3 with the bulk. Crit avoidance level 6 with the bulk 3. My Ray team, I went with a Cal, Barris, General Kenobi here. And this one has the 65% chance to dispel, hope dissuade Star Killers. Don't know what he used there. One shot. I'm assuming he used Leia on one of these, is my guess. So I'm thinking he went on the front. The only guess I got, because the only thing I did see was he got a 75 on the Jabba. That's the first team he took out. So I'm guessing he probably went with Jedi Master Kenobi there, would be my guess.
Fair
to get
call.
A clean,
I think that's a fair call.
Full banner win there. Which maybe is why he had problems in the back with my SLKR.
Yeah, because, someone here in the chat, Flare Boot says that definitely ate up JML.
Yeah.
So, nice. Because, a lot of people are thinking that JML is a slam dunk. So, you got to wonder how that fight went.
We'll have to wait the whole week to find out, though. So, we'll see.
Dig it.
All right. Top. I put down Queen Amidala, and since I broke up my CS already, says Han Chewie Worth of my BAM, I put Mace with C3PO on my Queen Amidala. It's got 2 holds. Still hasn't cleared it yet. And then I put down Seer, Malicos, Maul, Ninth Sister, and Fulcrum with the Fulcrum Kron. That got 1 shot. And then you said it was niche. I've run this quite a few times in the season. I did Traya, Nihilus, Savage, Talon, and Lord Vader. This Kron had some health and quite a bit of crit damage on it. Got 4 holds so far. So. And then I wanted to try also Grievous. I've got a good, can't show you the stats on this, but the IPD Kron. I want to see how I can utilize it. So I put IPD with Grievous on here.
It's
he's
an
still one-shot
thing because he's getting a bonus turn right after every enemy turn.
Yep.
With like 100% extra damage too.
Yeah, that, but also he's going to constantly be dispelling pretty quickly if that cooldown gets reset, taking all your buffs away. Yeah. So, don't know what he used there.
Good luck doing like a Bad Batch base something for that.
Yeah. That's what we got so far. As far as what he set, up top we got a Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron team with Barris and Shock in there. We got Trench. See up here, just the health and protection. Armor to penetration, some offense. His Trench down here with the turn meter on a special. pretty good amount of armor penetration, some extra protection, tenacity, and crit chance. Finn and the crew. Now this Kron, 157% tenacity on this.
Disinclined from attempting Night Sisters, yes?
Yeah, trying to really cut that out. And they got the 25% boost start speed on there. His Finn's rocking what? 350 speed too. So his zippity doo team. And then he's got his gas down here. Just some armor penetration, crit damage, crit chance. No potency on there. And his gas doesn't have like any potency I was looking either, just 65%.
I like it.
1,000 offense. So maybe Gar-ISC.
I
We'll
like
see.
the ambition. And you can always bring more tenacity on the Kron. I believe in you.
Yep. Well, my Gar-ISC is, I think, over. They're both like 230-ish in the tenacity percentage range. But we got Saw, Luthen, Kyle, and I haven't seen K2 in the comp before, but
I have.
and he's got the turn meter up on the basic mercenary and the Kyle Kron. 100% armor penetration, basically 100% extra crit damage. That's some scary stuff there.
And what did we settle on for you for this?
We were deciding on Riva for
That's
this.
That's
yeah,
right.
initially.
I like it.
We got Glatt here, Hu Yang, General Syndulla, Fulcrum with the Fulcrum Kron and Sabine. 100% armor pen, 100% potency, 22% offense.
Exactly what we expected.
Yeah. Then his Ray team is not exactly what we were expecting. He usually throws a Calcron here, but it looks like he saved Seer for offense, is my guess. We got Ray, Ben, Nest, Ezra, and General Kenobi.
That's going to be the challenge, right? Because now, assuming Leia is still the plan, we know that I'm not really worried about the Nest, to be perfectly honest. We can control her relatively easily, stun her. I'm more worried about the respawning Ezra.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it's going to be. We'll have to wait and see. And the Quran doesn't even look too scary. I mean, there's not a ton. I mean, there's some offense, but not a lot. Health, but you don't have that 15% for the 5, so you're at a loss as far as health goes there. And just some crit damage and crit chance, which might help his Nest. And his Nest is built full-on tenacity sets. 9.7k offense. And it's still with full tenacity sets. He's only at 144%. Does he have an offense?
We can see that it's a pretty mediocre.
Yeah. Nothing too crazy.
So
but
yeah,
speed-wise,
I mean, the question he's posing to you in that is how much less can you respect this?
Yeah. And then he's got his SLKR down here with basically stacking offense when you have buffs, but 40% health, then 150% armor penetration.
That's not for nothing.
Yeah.
Serious.
That's what we got to work with so far.
All right, boss. Well, appreciate the introduction there, and the floor is yours. Where do you want to start?
Well, we at prediction wise.
Oh yeah, man. Thank you for having my back.
Yeah, you got.
All right, guys. Says minute 19 seconds. I'll give you here the last. We'll give you another 30 seconds. Get those votes in. Let's go. Chop chop.
One thing I really am trying to decide how I want to tackle Ahsoka and Rey. That seemed to be the general puzzle for this, well, even last season. That's kind of how the trend's going. But there's not a lot of data on this comp with Nest and Ben in there. I mean, Ezra in there. So I know that Baylan smacks the crap out of Nest by herself. I don't know what Ezra being in there is going to do.
And the thing that I'm worried for you about is that I don't think there's any reason why Exile Ezra would not have crit immunity on him from GK at the moment that you're trying to do the basic with Drogon.
For your one tap.
Yeah. And then even if you win, he's going to come back. So we'll see how that goes. But I believe in you. All right, here we go. I'm cutting this off. I'll let the time run out. 5 seconds.
I think you're running ads right now too, so might as well
Absolutely.
wait till those are done.
Well, no, the ads did end here a few seconds ago, so it's good. All right,
Perfect.
1 or less is 37%, 2 or more, 63%. So the folks think that you are going to, get chipped up a bit. It must have cost him something to fail like that.
Yep. What's on that back wall?
That's right.
Only time will tell. Well, I think what we're going to start with is probably we're going to try Bane in this.
Dig it. Yeah, Duckstab, week 1 is always shaky. Oh, yeah, that's right. Let me turn on the chat. Now that we finished, viewing the intro, we can put the chat back on, right? I just wanted that off. All right, there we go. This.
Okay, here we're going. First battle. See what we got.
Okay.
74.
Oh, yeah. Maybe when you have a bulk meta or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Bulk meta with health on the cron, something. But I don't. Otherwise,
Good trade. All right. Well, I think let's just go up the saw next. We'll try Inquisitors. We'll see how that runs. And the question
sorry. RMC says, "Hey, no cheating." What do you mean, buddy? You've already cleared the bottom front. Everybody's committed. Like, we have what we have. All that good stuff. What's up, man? Good to see you though in the chat, man. Appreciate you being here.
No cheating. Yeah, I came up with my defensive strategies, so
it's true. It's true. I helped him with the scout, just looking at your previous month type of thing. But what he laid out on defense, I didn't even see ahead of time. We talked just offensively together. But yeah, Kim, how's it going? Good to see you. I hope I didn't miss anybody else. No, I think we're good. Hey, Big Ninja. Bane sucks. Couldn't win with just the big suck.
Well, you can't anyway because you have to wait for your side to die. Your team has to take turns.
Yeah, it's all
before you can even do anything. So
it's all.
Well, let's see.
Marin asks, "Will Saw with something beat QA as in 3 versus 3?" Yeah, that is an interesting question. I will be thinking about that. Unfortunately, I don't get to test it this round, but dig this. I'm in another bracket with, and you're going to be shocked to hear this, Arsenal 416. He also has an Aurodium this round, so guess who's probably seeing Arsenal round 2? Good time.
Not me.
We'll be able to test this thing.
Well, let's see how this goes. 25% turn meter.
Somebody in the chat, hold on. MJ said a few lines up that I did just watch Riva fail. Worth noting, Kyle took 1 AoE and said bye to all evildoers.
That's why I got 50% extra health. I just don't know if that's going to translate enough because he's just going to be going.
Yeah, we'll see. You figure it's not. He said the 3rd was lethal, and I hope that's not the case. So just on the first instance of
the first instance, yeah, with your starting turn meter.
Does that imply what is this? Does that imply that we should use Seven Sisters 3rd on everybody to get the foresight up on her first turn? Or are we... I mean, I guess it depends where Deathmark is, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm looking this up real quick. Let's see. I got Lucian, Kyle.
I like this chat thing here.
And he went K2. I mean, I also have my gas. I wonder if that maybe could eke it out, because even if he sits gas down, that gives you something to work with.
Well, that's your call. You, got a pretty good cron setup, and the question is, like, what's the competing setup look like with gas? And because here's the thing, I mean, when I think about what Saw does with all the fear stuff, and when I think about what Luthen does with fear, Crack's doing Crack stuff, and then Kyle there is a threat. I worry for gas, is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is learning week, Kim. It is. Yeah, you come at it with like a plan of what you think the meta has given you for new defense, and I'd set that on the bottom front. Test what you want to test on offense, but yes, it's intel week. As little of your defense as possible that makes sense. Where it makes sense, you don't want to have that the same week 2 as week 1. So go crazy week 1. You're still probably you'll go 1-2 or 2-1, something like that, something reasonable, and you'll get intel for week 2. For sure.
Well, cherry ho. Let's
think
see how
you're
this
good.
goes.
I think you're good.
Let's see here.
Personally,
I want
would
an
still
ability
go
block.
AoE, man. I would still go AoE. The idea of these guys getting to move freely is terrifying.
Yeah.
Does it mean that there is still some jam up? But there's that's the droid we're looking for. Okay. How quickly can we move this? Because Kyle's looking mean. Sure, this is fine. Yep, that was the right move in the third. Okay, heal, yeah. Heal, yeah. Yeah. Perfect. Let's go for Kyle next where possible. I know you can't target right now, but it is AoE, I would say. I know you're not going to land the fire, but the physical damage is there.
I've got the... Yeah.
There it is.
Ability block again.
That's
there we go.
That's the closer right there. Dig it. Dig it.
Send it.
Noah Cook asks, so what do I think of level 15 Datacrons incoming? I don't know yet. I just read the thing.
Need more information. That's what we need.
Yeah, I need to understand more. I read the thing completely. It's just, I like the idea. So the one thing that really jumped out at me is it said that it's like it's going to last longer than normal Datacrons, in which case that's kind of interesting. I also like that whatever one of these crons you decide to devote yourself to, that counts against your cap for that given set. So it's not like you get to crew you could whale out and accrue an additional whole host of these, bespoke Datacrons or locked Datacrons. It's kind of interesting.
What I was wondering too is, as far as them not dusting, I was wondering if they still perish at the end of the season, so you can't access them, but the moment that set type comes back, it's available there for you to use. Or like that might be a way for it still to cycle. You just can't use it all the time, but it's not dismantled, so you don't have to reinvest in upgrading it, would be a possibility too.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I think that as a community, we're pretty quick to react poorly to change with this game. And I would say that I'm not sure how I feel about it, but I'll say this much. I was very down on Datacrons when they were brand new way back when, and I really come to appreciate what they do for the game long term. It's one of the only reasons why you have endgame players still playing, still spending, still interested in wanting to spend, because it forces enough variety into the meta. And so I don't understand quite yet what kind of effect this is going to have, especially in comparison to the other Datacrons that you would otherwise get in the set that they are competing against for a position in your roster. So yeah, I got to think about it. I don't want to say I'm initially against it. I'll say that like I'm open to being impressed. I think that's fair. So yeah, Marin asks, so Saw on and off? Is Saw on off? I think Saw is going to be worth it on defense, unless you're going to be one of those folks that wants to be the Maverick, that's willing to try. Saw on offense against the likes of Queen. I think people have also done it against L. I don't think that's a common counter. I don't know that only well equipped opponents need apply type of thing. But otherwise, I really like Saw on defense, and if it draws Inquisitors and it takes a 65, that's fine. Inquisitors could deal with a number of other things. You just have to think about what that might be and what you might like to set. Like, I don't think setting Leia is going to be a really strong idea this season, but she's usually a stress when you're drawing Inquisitors. Okay, now what are you going to do about this Leia in the back? But yeah, Leia's not going to be that great, I think, on defense this season because of that Bam Sana counter. It's such a budget counter for that team. Anyway, back to you, Zoltre. We got ads coming in a minute, actually. So we can ham it up, but you think you got this covered?
Yeah, we're going against the Fulcrum Cron here, so I was figuring Baylan. We'll see how it goes.
I gotta ask. Now, I'm not saying you should change anything, but I really have loved Kira in this team. So now that we have the Smuggler Cron to compete with how you might want to use her, do you have a plan just in general? Not even necessarily this round. Do you have a plan about how you want to use her this season? Because
I thought about setting her down with a Nest combo with the leftovers.
Yeah.
Since my dash isn't there. I just don't know how strong it's going to be. It also could be a good offensive tool, so I saved it for offense this round, not knowing what was going on. So
I guess, and we'll see how it goes. My guess is the value of her 9 is probably zeroed out in 5 versus 5.
Baylan doesn't really care about Mercenary, so I could just go this and throw Nest in here and see how this does on offense.
You could. Well, I was thinking you can do Hondo, Kira. You could do Kira L3. I've done both. It depends on how much you think you actually need that extra taunt. And I don't want to tell you you're wrong. Yeah. Especially going into this fight. I don't want anything to go bad for you. So I feel like Nest is the least of your choices, honestly.
I could use them both. That's what I'm saying. I could throw Kira in here with Nest and then throw Nest Cron in here.
Like, have the added control in the ramping defense from Hondo in there instead of Nest, or have L3 as a relief tank is what I feel. Like, I don't think Nest is a big value add here for what you're trying to do.
I think Mercenary Cron might be better than Kira's Cron. But I don't know. Let's see. She gains damage immunity.
I agree with that. I think hitting hard you're trying to just clobber them out. That's how you win.
That's why you got the defense penetration. You got additional assists.
I like this better with like a long text mercenary.
Yeah, and I mean, I had which one I had this one equipped, which has about
goes 48% to my point. Like
protection.
That Kira Cron you have is dope, right?
Yeah,
but not for the Kira part. Yeah, Flareboot points out in the chat, Marok will double assist on every special. It's a no-brainer. Very fair.
I just don't know if I want to put Hondo in here or not.
Which is why I put it to you as a question, not as an advisory.
Yeah. I think I'll go with L3. She can get some cleansing. They've got extra potency. That might help. So,
and before you hit go, the other thing I like here about Kira is you've already got the AoE Dispel from Baylan. They're going to buff up. They're going to try to stabilize. Then you hit them with the Kira AoE Dispel with the Stagger, and then you have the AoEs on the team. It's a beautiful, beautiful synergy.
Well, we'll give this one a go.
All right, we're back from ads. We're good to go, man. Appreciate
Perfect.
you. Okay, we got the fraction.
You fool.
That's a lot of turns.
Yep.
That's not very nice, because now your cooldowns are all Stone Aged. So, mildly
There she went.
terrifying. Mildly terrifying. Please. Oh my god. Yeah, it's turn meter.
Can I have my Baylan back yet?
Well, the possibility exists you might get a turn.
Well, Kira didn't do anything.
No.
Jack diddly squat.
You know what I'm gonna say here is I'm reasonably confident that Hondo wasn't gonna fix what was wrong here.
No. Unless he could have captured somebody to stop things down for a bit. But her taunt would have been up, so he wouldn't have been able to capture her.
Exactly. I don't think it works. Yeah. Okay. The
Well,
first wrinkle emerges.
what do I want to do here now?
So something that you should consider is if you had to piece it apart, whatever, but the point is that at the very least you might consider cooldown pulls at this point. Multiple 3-drops, something like that. So I mean, you have a lot of room to do a strategic 2 or 3 shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, RMC. Oops. Yep. I mean, there's no oops. I don't think anything was played incorrectly there. It's just you
didn't get turns.
I think it was what 7 seconds into the fight that Galactic Legend Ahsoka Tano popped ultimate. It's like, okay.
I mean, if they would have if Hera would have fractured L3, been a gentleman about it.
Actually,
maybe I would
that's
have had
a
a
fair
chance to do
point. The
some
random
stuff.
fracture kind of sucked for
Yeah.
us. It was pretty bad. The Datacron is still the Fulcrumcron that was on it. The issue is that General Syndulla did like the random fracture onto Baylan, and yeah, we were non-participants in this fight, so that was great. That's right, Kim. Leave Brittany alone. There was no mercy for Brittany. Hey, Art, good to see you. Hey, Sheepdog, good evening to you. Always appreciate all the patrons showing out.
What am I thinking about doing is JMLing this, actually.
Okay, you want to free up your Leia. Okay, I respect that.
Because I think Leia is going to be the best bet for up here. And I've got a high protection cron. I mean, I can get her nest stuff. So even though we're going to start here, I think my Calcron has a turn meter start on it too.
Is EP Starkiller out of the question for this, do you think?
Nest just rips the team apart all the time. There's no data. I could Star Killer it probably.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Well, actually, I
Nest is
mean,
gonna
hold
do.
on. It's not that there's no data, it's that there's going to be probably very limited, but let me pull up tab I made here. Right. Fish. There we go. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think Star Killer's gonna do it. I think Baylan might have had a better chance against this Ray than he did against Ahsoka up there, to be honest.
Ray, Ben, GK, Nest, and who?
Ezra. That's the wrinkle. I don't think people put Ezra with them last season, my guess.
There is literally no.
Uh-huh. Well, what?
Well, you said yeah, with Exile Ezra in there, I don't think. That is risky. Risky bit of business. All right, let's put it back up. Got you on screen, boss. All right, Nest rinsed EP Starkiller in 3s, Blair Boot says, Seer Malicos might be able to handle it, but I doubt that EP can stomach the pressure. And we already showed you the back wall. I believe he has a Seer team on defense, so that's not...
Yeah, my Seer was on the front, top north.
Kim says, JML, Cal, JKL, Hermit Yoda, and Revan. I mean, he's already thinking of JML Cals. JML.
That's what I got on screen right now.
JMK, I think JMK is your break glass, right?
Yeah.
Now,
in case I need it in the back for a job or something in the back there, but
yeah, I think that I don't know how much, right?
I think I'm gonna go with this here.
Yeah, I'm okay with
We're gonna
this.
send it.
Blair Boot says no Night Sisters counter ready for Jabba, Zoltre? Spoiler, he's got it. Thing.
Get an armor shot on you.
Whoa! So awesome. The Foresight did its job. Tim says, I think this is safe, but not great banners. We'll see. So far, not terrible. Can't assist onto him.
Yeah.
Great basic. Yeah, I would do.
Man, Cal just takes so many turns here.
Yeah.
Let's get
Where
another
are we
armor
at?
shed.
Light side allies can't be smited while Exile Ezra is alive, right?
It's just Spectre allies.
Okay. We wish you well, JKR. You're a dope dude.
Thank
doing
you for
dope
your
things.
sacrifice.
Ole! Wow. Fantastic work, man. Yeah, the Inspired was worrying me, but mischief managed. We're through the worst of it. Yeah, right.
Oh, you fool.
I like it. I really like it.
All
Good
right.
audible, man.
Take Leia in here.
Yeah, Big Ninja. JML versus Ray is a matchup that has classically worked. The reason it's less preferred is you have to very carefully crack and remove
Control
the stacks
things.
of Inspired because JML's team has all types of bonus turn meter in it that will cause enemies, Ray's allies with Inspire to, ramp mastery. It's a bad time. So You manage that, you can get it done. Sometimes cleaner in certain metas, sometimes dirtier, and here we see dirtier.
All right.
Yeah, well said, Kim. Nice and safe, but not great banners. I didn't feel we were that safe when JKR got blown out. Like I thought we were at some level of risk. Glad to see we weren't. What's up, BD Nightmare? What's up, Tass? Do we think standard Lord Vader counter to Jabba will still work versus Mob Enforcer DC? I don't remember exactly what that level 9 does right now, but Lord Vader isn't at a high point for a Datacron. You could definitely do a serviceable job.
Get out of here.
Maybe with the set 20 cron, reactive turn meter, the 15% turn meter level 3, high bulk stat, like high protection, something like that, so that everybody's kind of really ripped under him and they can take a amount of beating, maybe? I don't really plan to do that matchup myself, Lord Vader, that way. Mob Enforcer's bad. Desecrim says, I did that for my last round of 5 vs 5. You mean this round? Or at the end of the last season? Really solid call on rotating Leia here, by the way. Nice job.
Say goodbye to your protection.
Oh, I see, Desecra. Okay. I mean, if you guys want to try it, Lord Vader has worked, and honestly, if you're going to set Lord Vader on defense, it's going to be in the type of a concentrate, like a Trey Lord Vader or a Lord Vader Malicos. Probably not the same one with Starkiller from last time, because we don't have that Starkiller level 9 to boost him. But I think if Lord Vader's on defense is with a concentrate, it could be, like I said, it could also with Inquisitors. That's been a thing in the past. Lord Vader Inquisitors. Not necessarily saying it's good. I'm saying that if Lord Vader's going to shine on defense, it's going to be in a concentrate. Yeah, that Starkiller level 9 was great. It gave, I think, some very fun flexibility for how you could apply them. But, you know, everything has its time in the sun. It'll be back. Nice. To perfection.
Good pivot.
Very unique bug doing work here. Refresh my memory on that, Flare Boot. What's that about?
All right. In the back, we got Queen Amidala with Baylan and
I think
Iden.
at least for this stream, I'm going to move chat over here. And that way...
No Jabba, really?
run.
Interesting.
I think that's okay. For
not what I expected.
We'll see how I like it. Okay, so the back wall is revealed. Yeah. What were we expecting back here?
We were expecting Treya, Jabba. Neither of those are here. What else we were expecting?
Okay. Okay, so what?
Let's see. We were expecting maybe the Fomega team with his Bad Batch, or a Sauna team, or a Bam Dash team, which we had none of those.
Mm-hmm.
So his Baylan is probably going to be a nasty ticket.
That Gungans?
Yeah, I can Gungans that. We were going to use Gungans on like the trench, but I mean, I've got other options for trench up top.
Shit.
So,
Yeah.
so I think Gungans probably will be my play here.
Yeah, this is maybe a very dangerous comp of it, right? As set up here with the two.
A lot of offense and armor pen.
It's a dangerous comp, but I don't know. Probably no higher calling available for Gungans. And again, you have the space. You did not need to 3-shot that one drop up front, so you saved yourself 10 banners. I think you've got plenty of room to maneuver. All Merc allies gaining 50 speed is pretty spooky. You're not wrong about that, Flairboot. This is a worthy challenge for Gungans. But the nice thing is, what is it? Jar Jar kind of stacks the deck with the enemy not being able to take more than 2 turns without him interceding. By the way, we got ads about to.
You're good. I'm just going to figure out what we want to put in here.
Yeah, I agree. I was just going to tell you. Yep, basically something like this. Super high potency seems to be a good way. A balance of potency and crit damage. I've often liked a balance of potency and armor penetration is entirely feasible.
I might go with this one.
Armor pen, bad.
Potency and crit. No, that's crit chance.
Decent balance. That high armor penetration is pretty good though. And you're I think Jar Jar's special damage. Otherwise, you're doing a lot of physical AoE.
That one doesn't have the level 3 on it.
Nice. Hey, that's a good insight, Flairboot. Yeah, the potency is going to be relevant. What with the tenacity coming from Wrecker. I didn't even think about that. So, great observation.
Go with this one. All right, you let me know when we're in the clear.
Yeah. I'd say probably about another 30, 40 seconds. Crit chance shouldn't be too relevant. I think that's a problem that most folks should solve through mods. Yeah. I mean, easy enough to come by a little bit of crit chance if you need through set 20. We're free. We're set to go, boss.
Okay. Let's see how the Gungans
enjoyed
this new meta. Well, that's why he didn't have Omega down too, because he's putting these two here, which I actually considered because Wrecker's his unique is just so nuts.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, with the cron set up and everything. Turning. Ooh, I would have done the Dispel perfect. Because you're looking at damaging abilities coming out from them soon. Because that hurt what's her name's next move? Shin's next move is damage AoE, and now she's got at least crit chance up. Who even?
Oh, give me the death mark. That's really the win condition, is can you get the death mark to spring?
Okay, so there was the push. Easily, you took it. So no issue.
They like Jar Jar. This might not be good, because Hunter keeps marking Jar Jar.
That doesn't sound like they're going after the shield generator, so I'm not sweating it.
No, they're not. Yeah, oh, there one
leave
went.
that alone. Sub it. I'd wait till you do the Dispel from what's his name, right? From Boss Nass. We're doing the AoE.
She's a basic. See if
I like that. I like that.
Jar Jar. Now they're going after it. Yeah, don't like that.
Lots of extra attacks too. Nass, man, I need Nass to go. Where's that third from Nass?
This is gonna go south real quick.
Okay, banging AoE. Where's that Dispel, Nass? Raid Nass? Hell yes, yes. The chance. Oh no.
Give me the death mark.
That's a
Oh, it's on Wrecker.
game.
Of course, because he's the highest.
Yeah, man.
I don't think this has a chance. We'll write it out.
And it
Maybe.
was the first time playing this comp this way.
Oh.
I do think that the Dispel from Mass would have set you up a little better. I don't know that was going to win it for you. But I feel like that would have put you on better footing.
Okay, well. I might be
JML
trying
and Inquisitors
here
were
or
things that
something.
we were doing last time. I know we don't have those options, so.
I do have Great Mothers, too.
Blair Boot says, you got to debuff Wrecker early to lose his Soldier of Fortune stack, so everyone else has
defense.
less tenacity and defense, I think. Okay. So certainly then doing that Nass Dispel earlier would have been good. That implies that if we could have gotten at him, maybe have him as a target for Jar Jar's third, and then hit him with whatever incidental debuffs. Fair. Yes, that's right. Womp Rat, you did lose the prediction, and thank you for the reminder. No, we now need to pay out the people. All right, 2 or more have it tonight. Now we can enjoy the streaming comfort. Maybe the easier way to do this is to look at what's required elsewhere, or what's completely assigned.
Because we are in the back,
your options for what you need to think about.
Let's try the Old Republic on gas.
And were wanting to try this. Hey, you guys are in for a treat. You won't be seeing this too often, I imagine.
All right, let's go with the higher protection. Yeah. Do I want to turn level 3 or do I want to see this level 3 with the damage over time? That worries me is you're going to be ramping their offense up a lot quicker that way, really fast.
It would seem intuitive that I'd want the turn meter.
I like this. Let's go with this. Yeah. All right. Yes.
Sorry to all those lamenting their points. That's right, Shake. That's what you get for believing. Eating pizza, little bagel bites. Mrs. T brought in some bagel bites. So technically pizza. You felt like bagel bites and gave me the last few. How charitable. I will find a home for them. So, each time he's having these buffs dispelled and they're getting reapplied, that is a new instance of the buff, yeah? This is insane. Okay, so that was with your cooldowns getting pushed back and everything. All right, let's see. Let's see if we got it.
But look at all the damage over times on them right now,
Zalbar? Yeah, because that calls mission when you call Zalbar. Ooh, please don't force the sack.
Oh, mission.
Ooh, shit. All right. Okay. We have already prevented the hairiest outcome. What do we got?
Which was their taunt here? Rampant offense. Mission. Taking a million turns with this mercenary cron.
All these extra attacks are serious. That is a serious affair. This is kind of nuts. Yeah, absolutely desperate. Beautiful.
There went Carth. I can't revive him, but we'll go with some extra health here.
So, with an Omicron, with a Datacron boosting it, you can make Carthanasi fight Gas 501st in 2025. Ta-da!
Wanna?
You can revive him? Gavon's? That can't be true. Gas leadership prevents that.
Yeah, no, you can't revive him, but
I know
with the
you're
Omicron
thinking
outside
because
of gas.
yeah, you're thinking the Omicron permits it. Yeah, but gas leadership forbids it. Yeah.
He says no revives ever in his lifetime.
Yeah, exactly, Shake. That's neat, but I'm never doing that. Exactly. Like I don't. I mean, certainly in what is mostly week one, there's going to be a bunch of drops, but you know how it is. It's going to get clean real quick. Week 2, week 3. That's how it was last 5 vs. 5 season. So I don't. You know, when it becomes clean, it becomes a one-shot meta, which means it becomes an efficiency. So I don't think I would plan on doing something that's probably good. That was well done, though. And you still had the tenacity available that if you wanted to, you could have pulled off Gar ISC, I think.
Yeah, probably. But that's
Not that it matters today. Not that it matters. And I appreciate the science. Thank you so much.
Well, Brent, and so I've got Great Mothers, I've got Gas, I've got Bow, got Night Sisters. Night Sisters aren't going to work here, but maybe against Qui-Gon.
I think hasn't DTMG historically worked against Qui-Gon and the like?
Yeah.
You don't have a smuggler. Correct me if I'm wrong. We don't really have a nasty smuggler team. We have to.
I still have my Nest Cron. I could try doing something.
Hey, Potato Gnarly. Hope you're doing well, Tess. I am. It's a pleasure to have Patron on stream. We've got a good match for you tonight, and I'm grateful that we can cover this because I have another Aurodium. So I have no experience that I can gain for myself, and that's just always fun in week 1. Yeah, why are you still awake, Womprat? You said you were trying to get to bed at a decent time tonight. Now, what is this? The VOD will be there for you. I'll be there for you. You don't, you have nothing to prove to me. You've more than done your good deed for the day. Am I going to stream Dagger's match or not? Well, you're spoiling the surprise. I don't know if I'm. First of all, I didn't tell anybody else but you that. So good job, buddy. Second, I don't know because that's why I said when I told you about it that we're playing it by ear because depends on his availability. He's got kids to tuck in, stuff like that. So you know what I know, bud. Hopefully he lets me know soon. It's all right, Shake. I'm not worried about it. It's all good. All good. Yeah, Potato. Well, where are you at, Potato? Where are you at in the world? I mean, it's late for most everybody now. Not 2 a.m. yet. Yeah, so Gideon, I would say the only thing maybe drop Night Trooper for death. What do you think about that? Because I feel like the Dispel might be. What do you think about that? Because you could consume the Foresight with like a well-timed.
I can use the other 2 Night Sisters with my Great Mother's team anyway, so that's a good call too.
Perfect. Yeah, because like you would ideally consume the Foresights with DTMG's middle, then hit him with the Death AoE. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus his death mark on Veers might come in handy.
It may well. I wasn't even thinking about that, but that's fair. MJ says, how's Zoltre doing? I don't know, Zoltre. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Let's bring him back.
Oh.
Death, you're a squishy lad.
Mm-hmm.
I need to give you some relic levels.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No es bueno. That was like a non-critical hit. Neat. You lost 2,500 points gambling on Zoltre. You owe Womp Rat money now. Tank Revive may have been good here, says Flairboot. Yeah, that's a fair consideration. I didn't see.
Just don't have a tank revive for him.
You didn't have one, you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't have one with the troopers. I went with the trooper cron.
I want to say, was that even available on the troopers cron? I'm thinking
No, I don't think so. I would have to go with a different set.
Yeah, he meant for you to take a set 20.
Ah, gotcha.
That's not a bad call. I mean, most of us, I think, would think to use the Imperial Troopers cron here while it's still in season. But for that consideration alone, if you think it's going to be a risky matchup like this where you might lose your DTMG, which was kind of unlikely here, right? Like, DTMG's generally a thick boy. We had Enoch here. I don't know. Felt pretty solid, so it's a fair point. What's a Trooper level 6? What was his level 6 you got on there, on that cron?
This one is the 400% defense to offense.
Oh, see, that's the one I don't. I see why you run it because it is kind of classically good with DTMG. But against a burst team, probably would have just gone with something like 100% added damage when you're at full health and protection. So I think you probably would not have lost him on that basis alone.
Boom.
Mm-hmm. My modding on that team is crazy, though, says RMC. Yeah, well, I mean, mechanically, DTMG's overwhelming, so I think that cron is...
Well, that cron had a lot of crit damage, and it might even had some crit chance on it, which would have helped overcome why Anakin was still able to crit. But
yeah, and losing that defense definitely plays into their hand if they can't crit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we got Malgus, Iden, Great Mothers. So we were going to do Star Killer here.
Yeah, man. So they got a bunch of tenacity on that cron too, right? So hopefully we land our tenacity down and it's a nice life. Yeah, nice setup though, RMC. Good stuff. And I'm glad, we lost DTMG, but pulled it out otherwise, right?
Mm-hmm. Let's go with... I think I'm just going to go with, well, yeah, Plo for the Dispel here might be nice, because since the tenacity is up high anyway, old Ben might not be doing much.
Okay.
Then I need to get rid of crit hit immunity or tenacity up with Plo's basic.
Yeah.
So let's go high health. Yeah.
Hey, Flairboot on YouTube here. BD Nightmare in Twitch chat wanted me to let you know that Mob Enforcer Datacron is indeed trash. Lord Vader was a 65 versus a Jabba with that. So there you go. Oh, you already saw that. You're watching both chats. A gentleman and a scholar. Look at that. Look at that. Everybody, follow the example. 2 views per individual. That's the way to do it. And we just started ads, so do you want to take a quick break, get yourself a drink? Because I can have us take a quick break while we're doing that. Sorry,
if you would like to. Yep, I'm good for whatever though.
All right, yeah, we'll make it. I'll try and time us to come back right when the ads end, guys. We will be right back. I'll put on the music too. All right, party people, we have returned. Appreciate your patience. Got Zoltre back, setting up for Starkiller versus Finn. Lots of tenacity on this Kron. So hopefully everything goes well and they don't evade our tenacity down. Otherwise,
That'd be scary.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Shake.
All right.
Heading to sleep, Tass. Good luck to Zoltre for Grand Arena. Get max banners against that poor Aurodium. Yeah, I'll take care of that after stream. Don't you worry about me. But have a good night, man. Good talking to you today. Efficiently viewing both streams. That's right, big deal. Would that everyone would always view both streams. That's the level of support I aspire to. Oh, shit. Yes. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. They had 25% and you didn't, right? You didn't have Dark Side 25%, did you?
That was a blowout.
But you didn't have Dark Side 25%, right, to counter it?
No.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, then.
All righty.
Let's do Malgus here then instead.
Fair. I like it. Yeah, what on Earth happened? 25% turn meter Kron meets not 25% turn meter Kron. That's what happened. Short answer. You know what?
I don't know if I want to do 25% here.
Get this, guys.
I did have one.
I think I have the technology to actually have the music in the background and not blow you out. Or have it be echoing. So we'll see what happens. Womprat set me up with the technology of the future. Let me know if you guys hear it. Let me know if it isn't driving you crazy. That's right, Claire Boot. Great minds. My old man used to say that. Great minds think like me. But yes, Zoltre had your same thoughts, Vic. In the worst case, set 20 tank revive. You don't have any, right?
Yeah, I don't think I have any. I only had a few, but one with Afra. Oh, there's one right here. No extra health, but
no extra health. So that would be the head. That would be the calculation, right? How much health are we talking about adding if we prioritize for health?
40%.
40%.
With 20% protection.
Yeah.
The turn meter on specials, which could help.
Which is formidable, yeah. So do you think that all that combined is, enough so that you're not worried about Malgus dying? If Malik dies eventually, I mean, it's whatever.
Yeah. Tank revive might be a little safety net. We'll go in with the safety net.
I feel it. See, Claire, yeah, you were saying that, set feels like a waste here. I don't know. He took quite a set of blows there at the beginning. I would, because, well, yeah, I would have middle just to have a taunt up. Now you want to...
Come on, Malgus. Need you here, bud.
Come on, Bub. Bub. Bub.
That's nuts.
Look here, Bub. Ain't your mama's Malgus. Dear God. There we go. All right, we're gonna get through roughly, but I feel like we're gonna get through. I feel like Seth is doing more for us here than Marauder would, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, he's not taunting nearly as much as I was hoping he would.
Yeah, but I still don't feel too bad about it. The fact that he's here, kind of interesting. Nah, Marauder would have taken so many turns this way. Yeah, I guess. I don't know if that's advantageous to Retribution. Especially when we see how often both of the tanks don't have.
Wrong tank I want to revive.
I'm sure this will be fine.
Yeah, go after Malik. Let's get some fear out. Dear
All
goodness
these
me.
stacks of WHR would give him basic vulnerability. WHR? And max health strip on the special. Yes, but that max health reduction would only work. Like that's. I feel like that can still be resisted, that effect. So they're gonna have tenacity up. Rose. I still believe we have 2 minutes to win it. Lots of fear, lots of doubt, lots of protection, honestly. Fights. Got it now. Ah, gee, healing is insane. We have returned. Okay.
Rose keeps stunning Malik, man.
I see. Marauder would have really helped you stack up. We have returned, which is for current target from enemy side who is alive and is not a raid boss. Active. Effect is unresistible. Okay, unresistible effect. Okay, dig that. Unresistible. Why do I feel like I've seen that not get done many times? Because you would still see the max health down indicator in that little red text pop-up, right, on screen? If you don't see that, it isn't getting done, right?
Every time, so dang close.
It doesn't have a red text. Oh. Appreciate you. One. Man, this is brutal. So what beats that new Old Republic Big Ziomi team? Yeah, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. I want to say at least part of the kit gets shut off if there's a Galactic Legend present, so you always have the option to trivialize it. I don't think you need to be told that. But something like Malgus is what occurred to me. Just stop them dead in their tracks. So. This Poe is modded for super potency. I wouldn't be surprised in the least. That's standard fare for Poe. Yeah, good and fast. Wait, was that 350 in an offense set?
Yeah.
That is savage, actually. That is a brutal setup.
None of them are really modded for potency. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an excellent Datacron. Yeah, RMC. Yeah, it's a nice setup, man.
Yeah, the Datacron's got just so much tenacity and health. It's just brutal. Well, let's see now.
You know the answer in your heart, in your bones, right? Feel it.
You can hear it if you whisper.
Night Sisters with the best potency cron you can.
Don't like that. I can make it work.
I mean, you can load the team up and hit battle. I don't know that we can make it work, but we can make it something. I don't know. What do we got? Wait.
I mean, I've got 127%.
Oh, do we not have Asajj here?
Oh yeah, I'll have to throw in. I'll need to.
Yeah.
I clicked on Night Sister Spirit on accident. Yeah.
Ryurik 99. Tass, do you refresh 100 crystal refreshes for mods? Absolutely. I do that every day through the 50s always, and then through the 100s most days. The only times when I don't is right now during Conquest. If I'm trying to stay crystal neutral on a daily crystal income basis during Conquest, I can do that by throwing those 300 crystal refreshes towards Conquest. So I'm doing through the 50s and the 100s. I get a robust inventory of Datacrons, free to play, and then I do the $10 pass for Conquest, and besides that, maybe $20 or so worth of crystals on rerolls that I don't otherwise earn. But otherwise, yeah. Okay. How we doing? We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. You gotta believe. This fight looks like it's going to lose the entire time before it wins. I'm sure we'll be fine. Sure we'll be fine. Sure we'll be fine. Sure we'll be fine. Okay. This is the rhythm of the night. The night. Oh yeah. Fantastic. But yes, during Conquest, I'll put those 100 crystal refreshes towards Conquest only. Otherwise, definitely towards mods all the time. Thinking back to classic times, was CLS a counter for this?
Don't have CLS.
I do have Saw. I wonder if that's the thing. Velcron. You don't have. Yeah. Butterboot says CLS would probably bounce off with the tenacity there. Unable to lock down key targets, even with all the TM gains, still would make it work, right? Because you would be getting a bunch of TM whenever your debuffs getting resisted. It's true. Blairboot says, I think you have to Saw this. I was thinking that Saw had teeth against this. Because they're going to focus. They're going to take so many turns and get that fire on them. Like immediately.
You think Saw's better, or do you think Mon Mothma's gonna be better?
I think that Saw offers more real threat. Yeah. Since you don't have the Kyle Katarn Cron, do we think that maybe he should be running the bulk Rebel Cron instead?
I've got Mercenary. You don't need his level 9. That's not what does the damage.
Okay, if the 6 is so nasty,
Yeah.
Flare Boots with you. He's saying that Merc 6 is so nasty for Kyle, so fair enough.
People want to throw in here as the last one for this.
Okay, the level 9 is just boring recovery. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I remember that.
just recovery.
That's fair. Very fair.
Right, D2 in there. I could throw in Para.
Got ads
Para's
playing
not that
right
great.
now, so it's just as well. Kara is a viable 5th, according to Flair. Yes. Yes. If we land Tenacity down, she can remove Turn Leader. That's true.
Oh.
Solid knowledge of these kits, Flare Boot. Appreciate it. Great stuff. I mean, I know you from Discord. I know you know in general what you're about, but great stuff, man. I'm scrambling through my own fleet fights right now on the phone. Yeah, Flair says, alternatively, you could consider Cassian and get an ability block. AoE ability block would be crazy.
If we can land the 10 down.
That would be the idea.
That guy's got a lot of potency, so we'll give this a go. Let me know when the ads are ready.
Right
We're
now,
done,
you're good to go, boss.
Right now. All right.
All the best to you. I believe in us. 4th time's the charm. That's what they say. All right, well, had him the whole time. You remember how I told you the leadership mattered?
Oh my goodness.
I feel like this part still matters, actually. I take some of it back. I would middle himself, yeah? Give himself frenzy. Then he, like, crackheads your team. Oh, you're missing me. Yeah. Okay, well, that is great insight. A couple
My
of
gosh,
things
that was
had been
so much better.
A few things have been
Kyle, you
historically
monster.
reliable. You know, this is the way now. Something
Holy
like
cow.
this. Wow.
Yeah,
Malgus,
Kyle's AoE is just so deadly with that defense penetration on it.
yes.
Well, okay then.
All right. Dog goes on offense for sure, says RMC. All right, I'm so against it personally, but I might be convinced. I've never really seen good offensive cases, and honestly, if somebody had told me that both Aphra and Malgus would fail, I would have doubted. So this would have caught me just the same, for sure. Player says, I'm hoping my Saw eats something good today. Plus 54% health and armor penetration to be doubled. Dig it. I like that a lot. High health is amazing for that team. I took Saw to Relic 9 recently for that purpose.
Ooh, that's nasty.
It is nasty. He's in a crit avoidance arrow and still something like 110,000. Thing, which is disgusting. I love it. Wow, very fast Django. Okay.
Yeah, super fast. Usually you want them slower to kind of hold out the damage immunity.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's not relying on that. He's just coming at you.
Yep. Dooku's super forbidden. Super sane. Didn't take a look at Trench yet. I mean, no what.
Boma Fett says, thanks to Nomads for the gift sub the task 4 days ago. Always nice to come back to Twitch after a week off and find that I've been randomly gifted a sub. You'd have to go back to the VOD the other day. That was during the Conquest and Chill stream. But yeah, he popped in and dropped, like, unironically, something like 400 plus subs, 20,000 plus biddies. Insane. And so, yes, I was saying, people that have probably been dead 5 years got a, Twitch sub out of that. So I'll pass on your thanks. Yeah, that's a good insight there on those saw mechanics, Flair. I'm going to have to study that leadership a little more. Think about how to exploit that on offense. I like it, though. 430,000. Really what? Was that, like a level 21 hype train, something of the kind? And we're ready at your convenience. By the way, this is a great choice. I love this. Yeah, not worried about it. That was 2 packs.
Probably go after Trench first.
Sure. Yeah, so long as you kill Watt immediately thereafter. I would. The mass assist is the most damage, so that's the middle.
Oh, he's invisible. Oh, thanks, Django.
Yeah. I think he'll still be okay. Yeah. Yes, you did toss in 100 bits. Appreciate you, big deal. Yeah, we had a few folks throw in, and I appreciate it. All of it. It's never expected, but always appreciated. And hell, most of it goes to a good cause. Some of it's even not alcohol. Like the computer. All right, through the gate.
Double meta.
It is double meta. We anticipated this. It was unlikely, but we anticipated it.
All right. Well, I'm probably going to try Great Mothers here on Baylan. We'll see how they do here.
Are your other plans solid?
Yeah, I'm Break Glass. I've got Kenobi for Padme.
Yeah.
We're going to do Bo-Katan down here. I've got C also as a backup for a cleanup if needed. So
okay, I feel it.
I want to see if Great Mothers can do something for Baylan here.
Actually,
that one's nice. What I got in the protection instead. 50% protection.
Players recommending to you a 25% dark side turn meter. That would be from set 19.
There's just no bulk. You want survivability,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. I like it. Appreciate you guys' patience as I play with this.
I mean, I do have this 125. It's a 230% armor pen, offense, and crit damage. I mean, that's relying on me to blitz them down fast, though. Which could happen.
I think that's probably part of the recipe because the longer the fight goes, it favors them, I think.
Just thinking I either probably Dooman. I have to go after Baylan because he's going to be pre-Taunton.
Sure. Yeah,
Oh,
Fleur
I can go after
Fleur
Wrecker.
says if you didn't do this, remember, you don't have to do it. Yeah, you can target it. Up to you. But anyway, the point is that Flair was saying that if you didn't take this preload, you probably would be dead just after their first turns. My gut would be Spirit, I think, because you want to. She's the absolutely hardest hitting character. Single character.
Yeah, nasty.
Knight does cool stuff, but it's tough to say. Holy shit, that's a lot of turn act. Oh my god.
Okay. I don't think so.
You got that going for
you.
Meter
Meter didn't do nothing. Yeah, I think bulk was a better idea.
Well, I mean, we at least got some people to be able to do something, which probably would not have been the case otherwise.
I want to keep that. The cooldown's all jacked. I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. This is
They had turn meter anyway, so like turn meter is gonna give them a start anyway.
Did we use gas? You got gas Crex for Queen, yeah?
I don't have Crex, but I could use gas against Queen.
You could hazard it, yeah, you could.
Because I used Captain Rex with Saw already.
RMC said, RMC kept Jabba for fighting Baylan.
Yeah, I was expecting Jabba on defense, and he wasn't there, so that's probably why.
Spovo says, yeah, this team is great with that crown. Wonder if this is what Bane is saved for this season. There's definitely going to be stress on Bane this season. I can feel that. So. Yeah, I agree, Flair. I don't think Bulk was going to say. I don't think that's going to fix what was wrong there. But yeah. If you're one of the folks that has that, those members of the Bad Batch team, the mercenary ones, especially if you have the bespoke Hunter Cron, this looks like it's worth trying. Nicely set up, RMC. What did you say? You kept Jabba for this. Interesting. Which way did you go with that attacking Jabba squad? I think most of the debate around the Hutt Cartel Cron has been which one you're going to set on defense. So when you use it on offense, did you opt for CAD for the really quick contract, or did you just go for Titanic damage out of CAD Bane? What did you do? RMC. Yeah, Flair, you're very glad you don't have to worry about Baylan with HunterCron. I mean, I wasn't even thinking it was going to be all that. So again, I would be the guy getting caught out by this. Fun times. Yeah, okay, RMC used plus 80% health CAD Cron. Do you feel that you chose that more for the 80% health than the CAD? Because I feel the same way about Jabba on defense in general. I feel like regardless of the 9, whichever one has the highest tenacity stack is probably the objectively best choice. Best of luck to us here, by the way. Yeah, RMC agrees. The health is probably the more important thing. Yeah. So in general, whichever way you seem to be applying Jabba, it seems that the stat is the most differentiating thing.
I don't know if I'm gonna get through this Baylan.
I don't think I've tried it myself. I know he has some carve-outs in his kit, but is there a reason that it'd be crazy for us to do? Yeah, it would. It would. Yeah, because Baylan would...
He does not like Kenobi at all.
He would be
can
advantaged against
DMK
Cat there, yeah. Yeah, he would be advantaged there. Maybe... What about something crazy like CLS? What about something crazy like CLS? Not to kill it, but to chip it down. Like,
I don't have Han, Chewie, or C-3PO, so that's why. Because the BAM squad. I might try gas here. And maybe I know at some point he can't drop below if you have snips in there because of an Ahsoka, but.
Wishing you all the very best. Yeah, Bo piecemealing it. See if we have to, man.
We might have to.
I honestly like keeping the reload.
Yeah, hit everybody else.
Hmm?
Not him.
Sure, this is fine. Holy shit, they all have full. This is goofs.
Get up, Gus.
Ah, they're made of iron.
It's that defense from Wrecker, man.
Man,
Yeesh, he just attacks so many times.
this is insane. Savage defense.
I think this is what I'll probably be doing.
The preload is brutal. I mean,
It's always going to be preloaded with a 25% turn meter. There's nothing.
well,
you
yeah,
can
but it's
do.
only just for the 2 lightsiders. I don't. Yeah, having the whole team preloaded is surely worse on paper than not having preload. But I'm saying in terms of knowing that you were already going to drop the fight, having their cooldowns out of phase, not necessarily the worst ground to attempt gas in. But the sheer amount of turn meter they gained just made it not matter. Your Leia lost to this earlier as well. I can believe that. Yeah, believe that. Check my Discord message quick. Okay, we just started a set of ads. Yeah, I think Dagger just got back to us and said that he's engaged at a family event, and yeah, he won't be able to be home in time, I think. Because yeah, it'd be basically an hour from now. If we're still alive an hour from now, maybe, if we luck into it. I don't know. Probably not having special guest appearance. Thank you. I'll be held like a child. Baby. Good kitty cat. All right, ads are done. We're live. Let's see what you got.
Well, let's try and see what we can do with the
Jedi team versus Jedi. I'm sure we'll be fun. Okay. probably you guys will be able to participate.
You going after everybody but the right person?
I'm just gobsmacked by these TM gains. Like, they're just lapping again and again. Bad boy. I mean, that's, you know, I'm glad to see that Baylan might have some real chops on defense this season. Really disappointing as a 3 versus 3 defense last go around. I'm sure this will be fine. Sure. Yeah, all it took was his second bespoke datacron. Yeah, I take the point. I take the point, Flair. You may not be predisposed to being best on defense, which is typical, right? Most everything that gets a bespoke datacron ends up being turbocharged for defense. Fair enough. Bane, hey, good to see you, man. I took my new Bad Batch on offense. I'm thinking I may break them apart and throw this comp on deep. Yeah. There may be more worth than that. Iden at this point? Yeah. Iden versus Baylan? I don't know. He's got some.
I've got Bo, but I'm probably gonna do that in a minute.
Yeah.
What I might try is to do some funky smuggler stuff here. We'll see what we can come up with.
Sweet pity. Okay. Yeah, so your exposes have no power here because of crit. This is the kind of cheese I can get behind. This is actually pretty fun. Yeah, the moves don't matter till later. Yeah, this is... Yep, I can see it as a timeout risk, for sure. Yeah, it's not a Hondo Kron, so he's just stacking normally. Take a while. Oh yeah, Snow's looking weak. There it is, man. First crack in the dam. Nice. Really nice. We're also fortunate AI is dumb.
Ness is ramping like crazy right now too with all their buffs.
Yeah. Hondo's finally gotten up there. It's all come together. Grid or no grid? I really was worried for you because definitely rules out the early game, just popping them. Cat, get! You only came here. Food. No food here for you. Wow. Yeah, the timing can be worrisome.
Yeah, this Stormtrooper's got a lot of armor.
Insane life total. Be great if you could kidnap her. Put her down for a while.
Ooh. Oh, he's gonna come back though.
Yes.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh.
Had him the whole time.
Beautiful.
Nice concept, man. Nicely done.
Creativity.
That was fun. It was a good one. Right, we already burned gas. So feasible ideas for that. RMC says, lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Ooh, excuse me. I really like that choice. Hey, Sheepdog, I'm back. Sorry I missed the whole stream. Thoughts on the focus datacrons? Yeah, well, you haven't missed the whole thing yet. Oh, I have a match out of things of me. Sure. Focus datacrons don't really have any strong early opinions. I don't fully understand the impacts of it in relation to other datacrons. I don't want to be the guy to poo-poo it immediately. So, reserving judgment. Yeah, I was concerned as well, Flair, but the job got done, yeah. But yeah, focus datacrons, I mean, I'll probably be dipping a toe into them myself to see what it's about, but depends on how it all works. Because my worry is that if it creates like a whole upper meta surrounding them, which would be like the worst case, right? Then that further segments the upper end of the player base, which I don't think it needs. Nice, RMC. My POW is 10.5k offense in a crit damage set. That is serious potential. You were, I thought Ahsoka was on her way out, man. I thought that was the end of the line. All right, do you believe?
This is the last attempt for this team. If not, we'll hit the fleet.
Fair.
So many turns.
Yeah, so you can see why RMC chose to reserve Jabba for this, right? With all the
Yeah, I
TM
think
they're
this is what
gaining.
I'll do. I don't think the Omega team really is going to do much.
It ain't gonna do this, I'll tell you that.
No.
Among the many things it will do, this shit ain't gonna be one of them. This whole non-participation thing has a very Gungans feel to it. We tried Gungans too.
Don't think this is going to get anywhere. Bo Solo.
I believe in you, Bo. Yeah, that 100 stacks of Ancestral Resolve popped up real quick, and I believe that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
That's nuts.
That team's going on for me next round.
Yeah, I agree too. I think that Gungan's loss was first from the first NAS turn. I think we needed that kickoff from that. Something to try again this week. There's going to be more opportunity. And I feel that with the Smuggler Crons, there's the overwhelming temptation of opponents to set at least one team that you can Gungans on the cheap. So, maybe. Hey, Nick, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Okay, I appreciate this. Ambition. Mm-hmm. This will be fine.
Totally fine.
Can you inspect that Wrecker? What's Wrecker's deal? I want to see how that guy's kitted out.
Health and defense.
Big, thick.
300 speed. 73% tenacity.
What's the armor percentage?
We are looking at 75.5. So he's gone protection primaries by the looks of things. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds about right. I like it. And then what about a 360 Hunter? Something thereabouts?
Yep. 361. Nasty.
I see you, RMC. Smart call.
I was tempted to put that down, to be honest, but I thought I was going to need Baylan for Rey or Ahsoka.
Yeah, absolutely. We all had our plan going into week one, and yeah. 461 with the Kron, right? You tell me, man. I have high hopes for mine, though. That sounds fun.
like that buff immunity.
Same. It's mildly terrifying. Nice. Yeah, there's not a lot of winners here. There we go.
Get rid of that crap.
Yes.
Ah!
Oh, man. And target. On. Get it? What? Right. I'm rooting for you. All right. It's all good. It's all good. Sure, we'll be fine. Oh, geez. Okay. Gonna be like 62 banners or something. All of it. Yeah, you're this, I'm sure. Great hat with the Pittsburgh shirt. Yeah, I can explain that. So I live in the greater Detroit area, so I enjoy having a Detroit hat. And I have a lot of family out of the Pittsburgh area. Like most of my dad's family is out of Ligonier and Johnstown. And big Steeler fans, so I can't tell you how many times over the years I've been gifted a Steelers shirt, having purchased none myself. So you are looking at many of the I didn't pay for it collection, not available for sale on the Tassinix Gaming merch site. Wow, wow, that's tough. Blair, took you this long to get your second long tech smuggler. Rough. Yeah, hopefully you can have that straightened out before the next 3 versus 3. There's good value in those in threes. Great counter here. So yeah, for the folks that were on ads on YouTube, that Tarkin counter versus Executor managed to scrape on by for 62 banners. You obviously just saw Leviathan mirror workout. What was the banners on that? Pretty good though. Then yeah, this should be 77. Unless, complete horror show stuff. We'll see. Oh, we do have one read. That's it. There we go. Hey, Flair, take care. Yeah, I'll see what I can do. I've usually got an early AM meeting on Thursday, so if I'm able to, if you're in doing it very early, I might just be kind of listening only, maybe type of thing. Maybe. But if you're doing a little, I don't know, something like 9 AM Eastern onward, I might be able to look at that.
Stop it.
Don't plan around me, of course.
Oof.
A fourth to Millennium, maybe to get the buzzies off. I don't know if that's the move, but it feels like the move. I don't know.
I wanted to get rid of that before he attacked, because it's gonna be a dead here. Yep.
Yep.
This is rough.
Pain. What is it? The Will Smith gif. Tears rolling down his face. The subtitle. Pain.
Pain. Pain indeed.
Right on, Flair. Yeah. If our schedules align, I'll be happy to watch, man. Take care. If you have to take off, have a good night, man. Ben, what's going on? On a Ray combo with Ezra, GK, Ben, and Barris, set 19, bulk. Would you rather take Leia or Seer? I mean, generically, I feel like having Leia for Ezra has been a good choice. That has been, conventional wisdom built up over the last 2 seasons. I would say that it's threatened now by the backup plan now working with Exile Ezra, so that can be a real problem. But I don't know. I still think I would lean towards using Leia versus Exile Ezra. The Barris and GK add to that threat, right? Because you're not likely going to be able to crit with that first basic from Drogon. So good luck to you, type of thing. Yeah.
Alrighty. That's gonna be all she wrote.
All right, and how did it go on Fleet here? Yeah. Did he have
He
any
finally
further
got through my
drops? Okay,
queen.
he had to sweat his way through Queen. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Got my Executor.
Unless he, for
going
whatever
against-
reason, just gets completely closed out on Fleets. Yeah. Looks like it might be a good GG here to RMC. Well fought, though. Look, you both took your lumps on that. Nicely done.
Some new counters, some last minute tries.
Mm-hmm. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Gave some different perspectives on some different fights too for fun. So
Yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I liked that creative use of the smugglers too, dude. That was pretty clever. I liked that.
Yay. Looks like he's gonna clean it out here.
All right. Yeah, it's unlikely he's not going to be able to clear Radis. So, GG to you, RMC.
Tip my hat. If I had one on right now.
I did it on your behalf. All right. Well, like I said earlier, I was originally hoping to do a double feature here. That's why I started early so that we could fit Dagger in. But like I said, Dagger's schedule, he was never 100% certain that he could be here, and he didn't lead me on, and he, in fact, can't be here. So we're going to get ready to close down. But thanks for everybody for tuning in. And before I get ready to do the outro sequence, Zoltre, anything you have to say?
Have some fun this week. Try some fun things. My goal, I know Old Republic, it's one of my favorite teams, so I've been wanting to find a good, fun thing to do with them forever. So, we'll see. I'm going to probably try some other odd fights this week to see what else they can take on. But yeah, that's going to be my goal.
All right, yep, appreciate it. And yep, and there it is. RMC completed the clear. Yep, well done, RMC. Well played. All right, well, again, Zoltre, thanks for showing up here tonight, giving us all something to see, because otherwise, yeah, it was going to be about, 10-ish minutes for me to clear the Aurodium, and then probably a bunch of Helldivers. So thanks again for giving us a show.
Yeah. Appreciate the feature.
Anytime. All right. Well, anyway, for everybody here watching, of course, you know that when I do stream my own rounds, it is here on twitch.tv/Tassinix and on my YouTube channel. I do simulcast live as well there now, Tassinix Gaming. Of course, if you're familiar with my YouTube channel, there's a bunch of, Swugger-related content over there that you might like to see. We've got the Datacron set guide on set 20. You can best believe that, since I make those with Aesop Rock, the #1 Grand Arena player in the world, you best believe we're going to have something to say about these focused Datacrons in the very near future. So, of course, stay tuned. We've got the Mod Guide series on characters and factions that you've asked about. I just finally completed Marok and wrapped up the Baylan trio. I think I'm taking on Treya next. I'm feeling it. That one's been very hotly requested. I love that team. Feeling it. And other plans beyond that with that series. Anyways, there's other goodies on there like How To Mod series, the GAC Omicron tier list video, and a whole bunch of other things. It also hosts, it's a rebroadcasting point for my Grand Arena focused podcast, Plotting and Scheming, that I make with my friends Dagger, TJ, Sasha, Aisha, and Fatal. We break down the last week in Grand Arena, how we dealt with the meta matchups, our favorite attack and defense that we saw in the week, our lessons learned for the week to come, and anything else that we think that is worth sharing with you. So that podcast is there on YouTube. It is native to Spotify, but wherever you find an episode, in the description, there will be an RSS feed link. Plug it into your preferred podcast program. Listen to us there. So anything that you listen to, though, YouTube, Spotify, wherever. If you like it, please give it a like. Hit subscribe if you want to see more. Otherwise, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty, if you really like what I'm doing, you want to support the stream, I appreciate it. There's a few ways to do it. First, you shouldn't have won that. Sorry, says RMC. Nah, man, that's how it is. Week 1 is testing. We all know how that is, and that's all right, man. It'll all come out in the wash. What would have to beat that Baylan squad, says the man? Yeah,
I think it's got to be like...
Sorry, go ahead.
Bane or SLKR, maybe Inquisitors. I don't know, but that's going to be tough.
I feel like Bane could do it. I feel like Slacker would do it because, all that turn meter stuff would be shut off by Hux. So, but barring that,
Bo's
Jabba.
no-go, Gungans no-go.
Yeah, Jabba, RMC's own choice for going after it. Jabba, that seems really clean because the more turn meter, the better for him. He's into that. So, nice. Yeah, no problem, man. We got time for the people. We got time. But anyway, if you want to go above and beyond the Call of Duty and support the stream, there are a few ways. First, there is a Cash App. That is $Tassinix. I have a PayPal account, tassinix@gmail.com. You've got, I think, did it find from the Patreon? No, I don't think so. Maybe. Could be crazy. Anyway, but if you want to get some enhanced scouting tools, early access to some of my content, a few other cool little benefits, you may be interested in checking out my Patreon. And before I drop the Patreon link, I forgot. If you want to find out when I'm going live exactly, you want to be in touch, of course, there's the link to Discord. But yes, otherwise, check out patreon.com. Oh, that's the wrong button. We'll get to that in just a second. Patreon.com/Tassinix for any upwardly mobile Grand Arena player. There is something there of interest to you. $5 a month gets you into the TAS house at VIP access level, where you get early access to Plotting and Scheming. That's coming out to our general audience Friday mornings, 8 a.m. My patrons are getting it is not later than Tuesday night within hours of recording. I'm generally pretty good about that. Maybe sometimes Wednesday morning if you being a bear. But otherwise, in addition to that early access, you also get early access to the Datacron set guide videos. And of course, dedicated text and voice chat on Discord, where you can usually find me lurking. So pop on in and say hi. Thank you so much to Andrew, Banja, Deadpool Kyle 28, JJ's Productions Twitch, Jobin4527, Johnny B. Ottawa, Miasmal, Mus Ross, Rays Malbus, Sam Vimes, Sheepdog 47, Shake 23501, Squed, Stark Strategy Gamer, Sweens, and White Wolf. Moving on up to the $10 a month tier is VIP Access Plus, where you get a bundled Patreon access to me and to OmegaBot. So if you saw at the beginning of the stream and at the beginning of every of my streams, I have an OmegaBot report on my opponent. No other tool gives you such a powerful, at-a-glance sense of your opponent's offensive and defensive tendencies. Anyone can use it for free, but patrons of OmegaBot can pull a custom report with any number of weeks in it. You get a downloadable HTML version with clickable links that you can go right back into Swugga.gg or Insight. Just helps you drill down on things further. Thank you so much to Dobby, Esh Sotnikam, Snack Attack, and Striker. Moving up to the $15 a month bundle, this is the Double Bots. Some have said the best value bundle in Swugga. It is VIP Access Premium with patron access to me, OmegaBot, and Hot Utils. The number one tool for your mass mod management and loadout creation. A couple of clicks will move you between your Grand Arena, TW, Raid, TB mods. You can remod your roster comprehensively, like Fatal and TJ like to do. You can slice through months worth of mods in seconds and have a whole bunch of useful utility for your guild in TW. Thank you so much to Argots, Arj, Duckstab, Darkhug, Frick-Frack Paddywhack, General Milan, Ibenek, Kev, Quig, Saldag, Sir Boss, Sophus, The Lost Womp Rat, Wilco, and Zoltre, as seen this evening. And, of course, at the top of the heap, Ingesters Club Elite, the one, the only Nomads Reaper. Many of you more recent fans of the stream may not have seen Nomads until recently. He doesn't pop in every stream, but when he does, you can almost be assured he's going to go gangbusters and do something like drop 400 subs and like 30,000 bits all in one go. And he's done incredible gifts like this over the years. Really appreciate the very generous support, my man. Thank you so much. And of course, last but never least, our special thanks first to Yoda Force, one of my original supporters way back in the day, bought me this mic that I'm speaking to you on right now, and even though he's long since quit the game, we wish him well from the other side. To Mrs. T, my wife, thank you for all you do, managing our rambunctious daughter who should have been in bed some time ago, but I just saw her make a jailbreak from her room, and now I just saw, Mrs. T chase after her. So, again, thank you for running exactly this type of interference, among other things, while I'm trying to be halfway decent at a phone game. And, of course, to my co-hosts on Plotting and Scheming, Dagger, TJ, Sasha Aisha, and Fatal. Gentlemen, as always, a pleasure and a privilege to record our show together every week. I appreciate deeply that you guys make the time out of your busy personal work schedules, in some cases, to get our show done. I learn from you guys every week. Our viewers learn from us. It is a virtuous circle, and you guys are a huge part of that success story. Thank you so much. All right, heading back over to the main scene. We make ready to raid. Category, who's live? Surely we have... Really? Oh, it is far too early for Zereth. That's right. I'm vastly ahead of schedule. Well, hey, let's see here. I would like to raid into Ranger. Ranger has raided into us recently. Want to give him some love. Let's send it on over. Say hi. Have him, buy him a shoey. Make him drink a shoey. Don't make me drink a shoey. I don't think you can make me drink a shoey. But make him drink a shoey. Tell him I said hi. All right, starting up the raid. I will be streaming round 2 Saturday in my late morning Eastern time, early afternoon at the latest. But for exact details, look for that on Discord. Otherwise, thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. And until next time, it's been real. It's been awesome. Been real awesome. Take care.
Leia's like,